now 7-2. Will Richard Hale be Bellator's new heavyweight world champion? It's come down to Hale versus Alexander Volkov. Will the belt be worn by the Russian, or will it be worn by that man from Tempe, Arizona?
He is confident, he is aggressive, he believes this belt is his to win. Of course, Alexander Volkov has something to say about that. 6'7" kickboxer, pinpoint accuracy, all those describe the Russian striker. It's gonna be a great fight coming up.
Volkov is 6'7", Hale is 6'4". It's scheduled for 5 rounds. Both say they're going to end it early with a knockout. Jimmy, we have now reached the fight not just to crown the champion of this Season 7 heavyweight tournament, but also Bellator's new heavyweight world champion.
That's right, Cole Conrad retired. This is for all the marbles, the belt, the championship. Who will take it home?
Who will take it home indeed? Will it be Alexander Volkov or will it be Richard Hale? Scheduled for 5 rounds for the world title.
Volkov, give it up for him.
I said Richard Hale would stare at the winner of this fight. That's a really good stare down.
Feels nice to be the best dressed guy in the room, because I'm gonna tell you what, that belt's gonna look really nice with this suit.
So Rich Hale wears a suit. Good for him. Men are buried in suits all the time. I wear 4-ounce gloves, and nobody cares what color your tie is when you're bleeding from the mouth.
Oh, he's hurt. Big shot from Alexander.
He has a lot to worry about, because this fight can go anywhere I want to take it, not where he wants. This is my game. Are you really ready to go to the ground with me? Have you not seen my debut in Bellator? Have you not seen the inverted triangle?
Tricky move by Hale. He has an inverted triangle. He's out. Unbelievable.
I saw the inverted triangle. I also saw Rich Hale's last fight, and he was lucky to beat Santos. There is nothing in his game that scares me.
He knows what I'm about to bring to him. He knows the power that's coming to the table, on top of the speed. You think you're gonna stop both? I think not. I don't even hit most men with this right one. The left one does the job for me. This is the power hand. When I drop this bad boy on you and you realize, holy shit, where did my feet go because I'm laying on my ass? You better turn just like everybody else and protect yourself, because I'm coming for you.
Just like that, a rapid-fire first round.
This belt is mine, and I will be the next Bellator world champion. I broke Brett Rogers, and I knocked out the Spartan. Rich Hale is the world champion of bullshit, and tonight I'm gonna shut his mouth with my fist.
Just before the bell, the TKO win for Alexander Volkov.
I'm done with it. I'm done with the talking. I'm ready to walk to that cage, get this fight going, get everything started, and finish. Get my belt, collect it, go home as the champion, and Volkov is not gonna have anything for me, plain and simple. I'm just done with this, man. It's just...
Ladies and gentlemen, your first world title challenger now, making his way to the cage, Alexander Drago Volkov.
In the quarterfinals, Alexander Volkov defeated Brett Rogers by unanimous decision. In round 1 of that fight, Volkov broke the arm of Rogers with a kick. In the semifinals, Volkov defeated Vinicius Spartan by way of first-round TKO.
Accurate strikes, great from long range, mixes it up well, punches and kicks. And what I like about Vinicius Spartan, he showed he can finish you with a shot. We didn't see that against Brett Rogers. He landed a lot of shots, but never was able to knock Brett off his feet with a shot. He did it against Vinicius Spartan.
Stands 6'7" tall, wants to establish the jab. No mystery, he wants to keep this on the outside with his strikes, really establish and affirm his reach and range advantage.
Remember last time he beat a guy who was 6'7" as well. He beat another tall opponent. He didn't take on a shorter guy. He works his range well even when you're tall. That's important. So Rich Hale, 6'4". Not exactly a short heavyweight.
Volkov just 24 years old, quietly confident entering this fight.
Important to remember, he's 18-3. He has something of a karate style, so his kicks come from funny angles. Not that traditional, Muay Thai type kick. Good push kicks, good snap kicks. Comes at you from everywhere.
I win. All business for Alexander Volkov.
And now making his way to the cage, world title challenger, Rich Rare Breed Hale.
I said Alexander Volkov was quietly confident coming into this fight. Richard Hale loudly confident coming into this fight.
You can never call Rich Hale quiet anything.
In the quarterfinals, Richard Hale defeated Mike Wessel by way of first-round TKO. In the semifinals, a come-from-behind win. He was rocked early by Thiago Santos, then came back to record the first-round TKO win versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
That's what he showed in that fight, that he could take a heavyweight shot, come back, keep his composure. That's exactly what he did.
Richard Hale, a finalist in Bellator's Season 4 light heavyweight tournament, joins Pat Curran, Bellator's current 145-pound world champion, is the only other man, along with Curran, to reach the final of 2 separate weight class tournaments in Bellator.
That's right, he has, I think, light heavyweight speed, but heavyweight power. He showed Mike Wessel, I can knock you out at heavyweight.
It's almost impossible to believe that Hale was consistently cutting to 205, and he said, I'm done with it. He's 27, it was too tough on his body. No weight cut for this fight. When I asked him 2 days ago, what do you weigh? He smiled and he said, I don't know and I'm happy about it. Turns out he weighs 240 pounds, 6'4".
That is not a small heavyweight.
Interestingly enough, of the 8 fighters that started this season heavyweight tournament, Alexander Volkov the lightest, Richard Hale the second lightest. And in this era of increasingly bigger and bigger heavyweights, it shows you punching power, speed, quickness, technique can still find your way through to victory at a very high level.
Yeah, it certainly can. And I have been waiting for this fight for a long time. I like both these athletes. It's gonna be a great fight.
Hale said if I'm on the ground, stay tight, but he wants to keep this standing. Like Volkov, he believes he's the superior striker of the two. Lots of jabs, lots of combinations. The bow and into the Bellator cage comes Richard Hale. For the heavyweight world title of Bellator, and Jimmy will do the numbers.
And look at the height, 6'7" for Alexander Volkov. Hale's gonna have to push in, get on the inside to use those punches, although at 6'4", he ain't a short man himself.
The wait is over, 3 months in the making. Here's Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships, the toughest tournament in sports, along with Horseshoe Casino, just 20 minutes from downtown Chicago. Now present 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Athletic Division of the Indiana Gaming Commission. Director is Andy Means, Assistant Director Joanna Holland. And brought to you tonight by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Cops are cracking down on drunk driving, and they'll see you before you see them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the red corner at 6'7", weighing in at 232.5 pounds. The predominant striker enters this world title fight with 18 professional victories and 3 defeats. From Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Volkov. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'4", weighing in at 240 pounds even. The 2-time tournament finalist and now 2-time world title challenger tonight. Brings 21 professional victories, 4 losses with 1 draw. From Tempe, Arizona, presenting Rich Rare Breed Hale. And the referee in charge of the action, Gary Copeland.
All right, right, listen up, fighters. You both receive your instructions in the back. Expect you to listen to my commands at all times. Have a clean, fair fight. Any questions out of you, Red? How about you, Blue? Let's touch them up, prepare to fight. Red.
$100,000 in the Bellator Heavyweight World Championship to the winner. Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Alexander Volkov is ready. Richard Hale is ready. Round number 1. Volkov, the Russian, is in the white trunks. The American, Hale, in the black trunks.
Volkov, the more accurate striker, a little bit tighter. I think Hale hits a little bit harder. They can talk all they want, but both of these fighters very respectful of one another's skills.
Bouncing the step of Richard Hale, shuffling his feet. By Hale.
Volkov very patient, taking the center here. Oh, nice left hook. They both have identical reach, 81 inches. Volkov's used to having a reach advantage. He does not have that tonight.
Snap jab from Volkov didn't get through.
Both these guys are used to having the advantage with the lead hand, the jab, the left hook. They're both very good with it.
Volkov feinted on the kick and gave it back. That was interesting that Volkov allowed that to happen.
Going for the outside trip, and he gets the takedown.
So off of that Volkov feint and turn, Hale closed distance, and then Volkov, in the ensuing sequence, gets the takedown.
Now let's see what Volkov does with his ground and pound. Usually with his build, very difficult to work ground and pound. You need a lot of distance. Hale has shown some skills on the ground.
Hale looking for the up kick. Volkov trying to be patient.
We all know about his inverted triangle against Nick Fichetti. I would give him the submission edge.
Volkov trying to clear the legs of Richard Hale.
Not really committing to either one. He's not stepping back and kicking. He's not diving in with a punch. Ref's only going to let this go for so long.
Hale trying to pick the ankle. Volkov dives in.
Problem is, it's easy to tie somebody up who has long limbs like Volkov. He needs a lot of distance to work his ground and pound.
Hale being patient on the bottom. Volkov being patient standing. There's the outside kick, not much on that.
I don't see the ref letting this go much longer.
Got him banned from him, stand him up.
Almost on cue, Gary Copeland. Telling the fighters, keep going.
Okay, that's it, back up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
That's the end of Gary Copeland's patience. Back to their feet. January 17th, Bellator premiere on Spike, our new television home. We'll go to Spike with a new Bellator Heavyweight World Champion. Will it be Alexander Volkov or will it be Richard Hale? We'll find out at the end of this fight.
Nice job, Volkov catching Rich Hale coming in. Volkov, I think right now playing the counter-punching role. He's content to let Rich Hale initiate and try and counter-punch off that.
Hale again, it's almost the jab and then the hook.
That's what he's been throwing, that jab-hook combination.
Outside kick by Hale.
He follows up with the right hand after that. That's the last piece he needs to add on.
A kick from the funky angle there from Volkov.
Hale has to be very conscious of that.
That's what you talked about, Jimmy. With his Kyokushin base, it's kicks coming from very unusual angles. They're not kickboxing angles, they're not Muay Thai angles. Hale just nodded to his corner.
Now one thing is, both guys are used to being able to initiate safely. 81-inch reach, usually they're fighting from the outside. They're able to initiate contact safely. They can't tonight. The other guy has the equal reach. That's why we're seeing this hesitation in the center. Neither guy wants to make a mistake and overcommit.
Hale just got through with the right hand. Oh, big right hand by Hale. bouncing. 20 seconds remaining in round one.
Needs distance, he needs separation to get the knockout. So far, not able to get it.
Hale went for the hip toss. Volkov dropped and popped immediately back to his feet. Hale throwing the left hand, finished that round big. A flash knockdown, Jimmy, from Richard Hale.
Take a deep breath. Nice overhand with
Good job with the right hand. Right to the head, stunned him. Didn't knock him down, stayed on his feet. If he had been able to get separation, I think he could have done a lot
Nothing, okay? Just
in the last 30 seconds of that round. But Volkov able to tie him up, keep it close. Hale wasn't able to capitalize on it. The question is, what can he get back in between the round?
Nice work. He's already afraid of you. Now he knows you can hurt him, okay? Keep that jab hook on his ass. Fire with that right hand, okay? Yes, sir. All right. Take another deep one. Looking good, baby.
Look at this beautiful right hand by Rich Hale. Bang! Right on the jaw. Volkov, to his credit, able to get back to his feet and tie Rich Hale up. Well, that could have been a quick end to this fight.
If you want an example of a flash knockdown, well, that was it.
Totally.
On your scorecard, Jimmy.
10-9 Rich Hale. I thought he sealed it with that shot at the end.
So how did you score if Hale would not have landed that flash knockdown?
It might have been Volkov's round. I think he won back the round with that. Effective striking. He hurt him. Now let's see if Volkov gets a little more aggressive.
The winner of this Bellator Season 7 heavyweight tournament final is Bellator's next heavyweight world champion. Bull Conrad retired, vacated the belt. So we're going 5 5-minute rounds.
Now, good knees by Volkov. Problem is, those will take the wind right out of you. Those knees to the ribs, sharp knees to the thighs. This is not where Rich Hale wants to be. This is when the taller man has a big advantage. He's up in this tie position, throwing knees.
Hale looking for the inside trip. Volkov turning that into a single leg attempt. Nicely defended by Hale, good balance. Still the body lock from Volkov, then the knee.
Somebody's got advance. Start off the fence, guys.
Knee from Hale on the inside, big knee from Volkov on the outside.
That's the problem is Volkov is going to win these exchanges with the knees. He's taller, he has longer legs. Hale does not want to trade knees on the inside.
Let's fight off the fence, guys.
Hale holding the overhooks.
Now getting the outside trip, and he gets it.
Three minutes remaining, round 2 of this heavyweight tournament final. And the winner again claims Bellator's heavyweight world championship as well as the $100,000 check for winning this tournament.
Got advance.
Not much between these two thus far, Jimmy.
And once again, Volkov not committing to either the ground game or standing up. Referee's not going to take that.
Volkov being cautious, misses with that left hand.
I think he's respectful of Hale's ground game, doesn't want to dive in. Doesn't want to let him up without some shots.
Volkov now trying to advance, trying to control the ankles.
Yeah, but he's not trying to clear and get around the guard. He's not committing to any strategy in there. They're going to stand it up.
I like that stand-up from referee Gary Copeland, Jimmy.
Very good.
Volkov trying to establish the jab. Right hand, counter right.
Each guy just waiting for their time to initiate, waiting for that gap. The problem is, Both guys fighting very tight so far.
90 seconds remaining in round 2. Head kick. Jimmy, are you surprised that neither fighter's really opened it up thus far?
Not at all. They're both respectful of one another's skills. Think about it, they took on guys that were solid but wild strikers. They didn't have to worry about technically coming in and getting caught with a straight shot. Both of these guys very straight punches. Those lines are closed off in the center.
Slight swelling, ever so slight, under Hale's left eye.
Santos, who Rich Hale fought in the semifinal round, known for that overhand right, the loopy shot. It's easy to get in on somebody like that. Same thing for Vinicius Spartan, who Volkov took on in the semifinals. Both those guys loopy punchers. These guys are straight punchers. Hard to come in against a guy like that.
Getting late in round number 2. Who will be Bellator's new heavyweight world champion? Alexander Volkov or Richard Hale? Throwing left hand. Volkov again with the left. 1-2 firing back is Hale. Hale again advancing. Both fighters predicted a quick finish. 10 minutes up, 10 minutes down. Interesting pacing to this fight, Jimmy.
Neither guy has figured out the range. Neither guy has figured out their way into this fight. They want to strike. They have not figured out how against a rangy, straight shooting, tight opponent.
The winner of this heavyweight tournament championship becomes Bellator's new heavyweight world champion. Also a check for $100,000 to the winner.
Starting to let it hang out a little bit. Oh, good right.
These two fighters entered this 8-man Season 7 heavyweight tournament thinking that the winner would earn a world title shot, but with the retirement of champion Cole Conrad, it's now for the world title. That's why we are going 5 rounds. So, Jimmy, how do you see it through 2?
I haven't even. I gave Volkov that last round. Obviously got the takedown. Was a little bit more effective from the outside than Rich Hale. Really surprised we're not seeing more leg kicks from both guys. They're having trouble finding the range with the hands. They're not trying to chop their opponent down from the outside.
Volkov tentative with that left jab. Hale trying to snap his left jab but missing. This thing stepping right there by Volkov. Counter left by Hale.
Hale constantly angling in this fight. Until that was part of his training. Doesn't want to stand in front of Volkov. I think he needs to throw in a little bit more head movement to throw off the timing of Volkov's jab.
Jimmy, from your neutral perspective, what would you like to see more of from both fighters?
Head movement. They both want to find their way in, but they're coming in straight and running into one another's punches. Little more head movement, little more angling. Throw that in with some leg kicks. That's going to open up your offense. Go.
Kick that landed.
Now that's the difference with that karate-style head kick. It's with the foot. See, Hale didn't even stun him. Accurate kick, it's accurate, it's fast, it doesn't have the power of a tie kick.
Hale took the kick full on and walked right through it.
The kick with the shin, the kick with the foot. Makes it a faster kick, but See, Hale wasn't even stunned by that. It's a tie kick. It's a good night.
A lot of redness now around Hale's nose. Head swelling under his left eye. Not missing with the right.
Hale is getting a little frustrated on the outside here. Volkov able to control that range. And also no outside takedowns from Richard Hale. Hasn't changed levels, hasn't gone for a double leg, hasn't tried to get on top himself.
Hale just pawed at the blood coming out of his nose. Jimmy, you and I both know it's not right, but it's realistic. In a very close fight, sometimes judges will get seduced by blood.
Very true.
Let's get good counter 1-2 by Hale.
Problem is, Hale has to follow up 3 or 4 times off of that.
This is very tactical striking inside the Bellator cage. Bellator Heavyweight World Championship.
Problem is, it's led to very close rounds. No one's really put their stamp on this fight yet.
Kick there from Volkov. So slightly, Jimmy, starting to move forward.
Good jab.
Volkov looking for the outside trip from the clinch.
Rich Hale has to throw in combination to steal this round back. I think he's behind. You see when he had Volkov off balance earlier, he threw 3 punches. No, he's got to throw 3, 4, 5, 6, get Volkov moving backward.
50
so far,
seconds.
He hasn't done that.
50 seconds remaining in round 3.
Watch the groin, watch the groin. Let's fight off the cage, guys. Fight
Call
off
for
the
action
cage.
from
Somebody
referee Gary
advance.
Copeland. Volkov again looking for the outside trip. Hale having none of it. Then the knee from Volkov partially landed.
Somebody's got to advance here, guys. Fight
10
off the cage.
seconds remaining in round 3. Nothing settled yet in this Bellator Heavyweight World title fight. Alexander Volkov versus Richard Hale.
That's it, guys.
Here come the championship rounds.
Okay, Blue, listen up.
Brother. No.
To the corner of Richard Hale.
You're gonna have to ask yourself, do you want this? If you're gonna fucking stand there and just let the man take it to you, then what the fuck, man? You want me to stop this shit now? Let your damn hands go. You gotta punch until you can't punch no more. Don't worry about it. Okay? Let your shit go. You understand? You're standing out there on the end of his shit. Okay? You gotta get inside and work. Remember how I felt last time? Go for fucking broke, okay? Let your hands go, man. You got it work? Here. All right.
Round 4, you ready, Red? Round 4, you ready, Blue? Let's fight.
We're officially in deep water. Round number 4, the season 7 heavyweight tournament final. The winner claiming the check for $100,000. And more importantly to both, Bellator's heavyweight world championship belt.
Rich Hale's coach in between rounds told him, gave him good talking to. He said, if you want this, go out and take it. Don't stand in front of this guy and let him tee off on you. You gotta throw your hands.
Tough fight to score thus far, Jimmy. How do you see it?
2 rounds to 1 for Volkov. I've given him the last 2 rounds after Rich Hale stole that opening round.
22nd pro MMA fight for Alexander Volkov. Just the second time that he has gone past 3 rounds. 27th pro MMA fight for Richard Hale. Just the second time that he has gone past 3 rounds.
I agree with Rich Hale's coach. He has to throw more punches. On the outside, he's not going to beat that jab.
Second jab from Volkov landed flush.
The guy's sticking you with the jab. You're not moving your head enough.
See Volkov now circling for the angle, Jimmy. .340 remaining in round number 4. Alexander Volkov versus Richard Hale for Bellator's world title. Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. Glad you were with us. It's our season 7 finale coming to you live from just south of Chicago at Horseshoe Casino in Hammond, Indiana. A very tactical stand-up fight thus far.
The problem is that Volkov has found his comfort zone on the outside. He's landed the jab well. Rich Hale has not been able to find his, has not been able to get inside. Also, I'm really surprised not selling out for the takedown, not initiating the clinch, not shooting a double leg from the outside.
Volkov's starting to find his range with that. That's a combination that Hale was throwing earlier in this fight and seems to have abandoned. Short with a left hook from Volkov.
Gotta throw more than 2, more than 3. He's gotta throw 4, 5, 6 punches. Right now, Volkov is the more comfortable fighter. You can see it.
Good left hand from Hale.
Has to follow up on those. See, he ends up going to the center and resetting just like this. This is where Volkov's comfortable.
Chopping kick from Volkov. Jimmy, you commented on this earlier in the fight. I know that you're surprised that we haven't seen more kicks from both fighters, especially Volkov.
Yeah, a lot of leg kicks. Rich Hale wants to move, he wants to angle, take away his mobility with the leg kicks.
Largely boxing and MMA gloves.
Things that Rich Hale hasn't committed to a takedown. There's no reason to think he's going to try and really grab that leg and go for the double leg. Especially in a 5-round fight, those kicks really pay dividends.
Jimmy, if you're in Richard Hale's corner, what are you saying to him right now?
Exactly what his cornerman said in between rounds. You're not throwing enough hands. You're letting this guy tee off with the jab. You just got to pick up the activity level. Right now, they're trading 1 for 1. Volkov more accurate with the jab, double jabbing. You know, Hale's not going to win at this range.
Head kick from Volkov.
Very quick.
35 seconds remaining in round 4. Nothing settled yet in this Bellator heavyweight world title fight. Alexander Volkov versus Richard Hale. One of these two men will claim $100,000 and the world title of Bellator in the heavyweight division. 15 seconds remaining in round 4. Chopping kick from Volkov in the right hand. Spinning back kick. And we will go to round number 5. Let's listen in now to the corner of Richard Hale.
Fuck what? You can get it fixed. You understand? You gotta want this, okay? It's all you got. Okay? This is all you got, baby. It's the last round. Where's your mouthpiece at? All right. All right, good. Hey, brother, this is all you got. This is all you got. I wouldn't lie to you. When losing this fight, you gotta come out here and you gotta fucking let your hands go. You gotta go for the fucking KO or you're gonna lose this fight. Okay? You gotta knock this motherfucker out. Am I lying? All right. You gotta let your fucking hands go, brother. All you got, all you got, all of it, all you got. It's all the chance you got. It ain't nothing else after this.
To the fifth and final round.
There you go. Round 5, are you ready, Red? Round 5, you ready, Blue? Let's fight.
5 minutes separate Alexander Volkov and Richard Hale from a Bellator World title or a stinging defeat. Jimmy, how do you see it through 4 rounds?
I have it 3 rounds to 1 for Alexander Volkov. Only gave Rich Hale round number 1. He's coming out with a lot of intensity. He's got to throw the punches.
Round 1 was the round when Hale scored the flash knockdown on Volkov. Bounced on his knee, came right back. Old stiff jab from Volkov. So much at stake between these two. This tournament started 3 months ago with 8 fighters. These are the 2 left standing.
5 minutes left in their championship aspirations. Whole tournament leads up to this. All the work you put in. Who's going to let this last 4 minutes slip away? That's the question.
Will Bellator's new heavyweight world champion beat 24-year-old Russian Alexander Volkov or 27-year-old American Richard Hale?
Richard Hale has to take risks to win. He has to get the knockout. Says he was poked in the eye.
Referee Gary Copeland says keep fighting.
He's got Volkov up against the fence. He's not throwing punches, though.
3:35 remaining in this 5th and final round. Jimmy definitely trying to turn up the aggression. Implored to do so by his corner.
Still screaming at him, you gotta let your hands go.
Extremely tactical, extremely measured. The vast majority of this fight fought on the feet. Limiting kicks, almost all punches.
Looks like he's recovered from that eye poke. His eyes are clear, he's angling. He knows that Rich Hale has to turn it on to win.
And missing with that jab.
Don't look for Volkov to get over-aggressive and make a mistake here. I think he knows he's ahead. Rich Hale's the one who's got to sell out and throw some wild punches.
Miss under the right eye of Alexander Volkov.
So when you decide, how badly do I want to be a champion?
Stiff left jab again from Volkov. Big right! Counter left from Volkov, which landed flush. We were in deep waters before. We're in the deepest of waters now. 2:05 remaining in this 5th and final round. Who will be Bellator's next world heavyweight champion? Who will claim the check for $100,000? Combo from Volkov with the left hand.
It's been the jab that's kept Rich Hale off balance this entire fight.
90 seconds to go. God misses with that left. Hill misses with that right. Neither fighter selling out.
Problem is, it's Rich Hale that needs to. 1 minute left.
Blood under the right eye of Volkov. To the 25th and final minute of this world title fight. Will either man turn up their intensity? Head kick from Volkov. 40 seconds to a new Bellator heavyweight world champion being crowned. 35 seconds to $100,000 to the winner. seconds to the finish line. Both fighters looking for one more significant strike. And that's the end of this world title fight. When we return, we will learn who claims Bellator's World Heavyweight Championship, Volkov or Hale.
Gotta ask yourself, did I throw enough punches? Did I do enough? That's what Richard Hale is going to be asking himself tomorrow. Did I do enough in this fight? I think he's going to regret a lot.
You can see Hale already shaking his head. Does not look delighted with his performance.
It was disappointing. Very disappointing performance. I mean, Volkov stuck to his game, threw the jab, didn't do anything spectacular. It was really Hale not able to get inside, not able to work his game, not able to throw the volume he needed against Alexander Volkov.
It's a real look of trepidation on the face of Alexander Volkov. I'm not sure if he knows what to think right now.
I know he wanted a knockout, he wanted the finish. That certainly did not happen, but I think he had the superior performance tonight.
Draping himself in the flag of his native Russia. He said he felt his entire country behind him in this fight. Came to Bellator wanting to be the next great Russian heavyweight. Will it be mission accomplished, or will Hale get this title?
Right here, Reg.
We got about another minute, and then they're going to announce it. But we got to get the guys together just in case. That was a nice stand-up. You guys both throw some big bombs. That's good.
Five tough tactical rounds for Bellator's Heavyweight World Championship. Jimmy, how did you see it?
I had it 49-46. I only gave Rich Hale that opening round.
Let's end all suspense now with Michael Williams.
You ready? All right, bring
Ladies and gentlemen, for your decision, we'll go to your judges' scorecards, where all three judges cage side, Kevin Caldwell, Rob Madrigal, and Otto Torriero, all see the fight exactly the same at 49-46. All for the winner by unanimous decision. Now the new Bellator Heavyweight World Champion, Alexander Volkov.
Here's Jimmy with the new world champion.
I'm here with your winner, Alexander Volkov. Not just the winner, the new Bellator Heavyweight Champion. How good does it feel to finally hear that you're the champion? How good does it feel to hear that you're finally the Bellator Heavyweight Champion?
Какое ощущение, что ты наконец стал чемпионом Беллатора в тяжелом весе?
Кто-нибудь ущипните меня. Это сейчас я волнуюсь намного больше, чем перед боем. Для меня реально очень волнительно сейчас держать этот пояс и поднимать российский флаг здесь. Для меня это очень волнительно. И сейчас я переживаю еще больше, чем до боя. И это, конечно, невероятно.
Please, somebody pitch me because I think it's a dream. And right now I'm even more nervous than before the fight because it's a great honor and a great responsibility. Thank you very much.
Bjorn Rebney, another Russian outstanding performance, and now the heavyweight champion.
Congratulations, my friend. Nice work.
Give it up for him, Alexander Volkov, the new Bellator heavyweight champion. Give it up for him.
He overcame a flash knockdown via the right hand of Richard Hale in round one to come back and dominate with superior striking to become Bellator's new heavyweight world champion, and also by winning this season 7 heavyweight tournament, claim that check for $100,000. A very complete striking performance by Alexander Volkov, Jimmy.
Very complete, did what he had to do, establish his jab, establish his range. Someone's gonna figure out a way to get around that to take that belt.
Alexander Volkov will now take us to Spike Television as Bellator's heavyweight world champion, just 24 years old, and he is on top of the Bellator world.